best rap verses, best R&B features, and best intro.
It was such a hard topic because there's so many rap verses, and it's crazy that a lot of them landed for me in the East Coast, but there was a few in the West. But I landed on Nas, New York State of Mind, because that's actually one of my favorite beats. For one, like really got me into like the rhythm of what a beat sounds like, and I was nodding my head before I even heard the lyrics, so the beat got me. And then just when Nas started rapping, it was the way his delivery was, and I've never heard anybody else's delivery the way that his was. Like he rhymed like multiple words in the like half a bar. He would rhyme multiple words, and just like what he was saying at the time, like I probably heard this back in 2000 maybe 7, so I was a little late to the party, but I became a fan, and it's actually one of my favorite verses of all time, the entire verse. And I've been a fan of his. Like I feel like if he stuck to beats that were similar to that or evolved with beats like that, like I feel like he probably would have been a lot more mainstream, but maybe that wasn't his motive. But that's on a different topic. But that's my number one verse. What about you guys? Jesse, why don't you show us yours? Tell us yours.
Man, I think my favorite verse. Obviously, there's a lot that I really enjoy, but I think the top one that really resonates with me is probably Pusha T's on Kanye West's Runaway. I really like that because I'm a big Clips fan. I'm a big fan of them, and it kind of sucked when they split apart. And I never thought they would do music again because Malice was all about God, and Pusha T was out there just doing his thing. And then when he came out with Kanye, and he came out in the VMAs, and you talked about Versace sofas, and it's like, man, I want some Versace sofas. And I think that was pretty cool because I'm rooting for him and wanting his success, and he's been successful now. But just him coming out there like that with the swag, and oh man, it just gives me goosebumps. But Pusha T, Runaway.
He's like the only 50-year-old with braids still.
Him and Belevis has the most immaculate hairline ever. Fucking Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose looks 23.
Man, what about yours, Blevs?
Well, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is so great and a big staple in hip hop. So I'm gonna go a song off of that album as well. So, you know, like Andy said, there's a ton of verses that you could really pick from. You know, we are supreme lovers of hip hop and music in general. So, but I'm gonna go with Rick Ross's verse on Devil in a New Dress.
That's hard.
Like Rick Ross has had one of the longest runs there have ever been in hip hop history in terms of like just being on top. His ear for beats is immaculate, and the man can just rap his ass off. So I'm gonna go with that verse from Rick Ross. It's just it's luxury rap at its finest right there.
Yeah, I agree.
Great picks, man.
That's
tough. I was sitting back, like I was on my ride to work back, also just going through different things, and I had picked both of your guys' songs that you just picked. Like I listened to both of those, and it's super tough. So okay, so that was your top. Tell us two of the notable mentions. Just two. So number 2 and 3.
Go ahead, Blevs, if you have it.
Notable off the top of my head, I would probably go Andre 3000, the Artist Storytelling Part 2. That verse is wicked. The beat is crazy. And then I really loved, this is back when, you know, we was in middle school and high school when videos were actually important other than the WAP video that everybody's watching right now. You know, and they had the puppets in that video. It was pretty dope. That was Big Boy and Andre, and then Slick Rick was on that song too.
Nice. I think a close favorite to mine is probably West Coast. Would probably be Tupac on California Love, because they picked him right out of jail. Like he just got out and went in and just laid it out. I think that's just super dope. Yeah. That's probably one of my top notables.
That was 1 or 2.
Oh, my second one?
Yeah.
Man, my second one kind of goes into the R&B verse though, but and kind of tied in with Blevins. I think Rick Ross on the Dirty Money remix. That was probably
Mm.
hard. That was probably hard. He started off the verse, "I'm a photographer's dream," and I'm like, that's just a hard.
I think
That's
that
just hard.
I think that has to do with what Blevin says luxury rap at his best.
It
Like,
is.
Yeah, he does it the best out of anybody that there is.
I mean, he
Rick
made a
Ross
song
does
called
it.
Santorini Greece.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
made it sound like a anthem for just golden Cheerios.
Oh, yep.
Let me
So
look at this other one. I'll give you.
while you look for that, mine was I'm a rap for the ladies. Lauren Hill, Lost Ones.
Mm-hmm.
That was one just because the ladies don't get as much love as the fellas do, and Lauryn Hill was a supreme rapper, lyricist, gifted woman, and she could out rap a dude any day. And Jesse and I actually we all got a chance to see her right live one of the
Yeah.
like at one time or another. So super dope to see her. And then the other one was my era, our era, Lil Wayne, Millie. When that song came out, just to tell you why I picked that, because one, the beat was fire, but there was about 50 remixes that came out, and the 50 remixes that came out, none of them touched.
But we're talking
least-
about verses. So is it the first verse or second verse? Because the second verse I think is the best.
Well, if you that's the whole song is fire, but nobody's remix came close to what Wheezy was spitting that song. So those are my notables. Blaz, you find yours?
Yeah, Capadonna Winter Wars. Like he seriously spit some darts on there. Wu-Tang was killing it at the time. Cap didn't really like get as much notoriety in the crew as a lot of the other members.
They had 27 members.
We can name them all, but that verse was wicked. So
Okay,
Nice. What about best rap R&B verses?
I got mine.
So R&B songs, and then that structure is not really great around our era now, but back in the day, that was the formula. Like, hey, you're gonna have a R&B singer sing two verses, and then we're gonna have a rapper come out on the end, right? What really stuck out to you guys?
for me, man,
There's so many.
I mean, there's the 90s was it. So there's nothing really better than the 90s music, movies, even the bad movies. You know what I mean? You have some nostalgia to it and a lot of history and memories. But just like you said, like that rap R&B like combo, whether it was R&B artist that was featured on the rapper song or the rapper that was featured on the R&B artist song. And then the thing I love about the music back then too was when you had a remix, it was a remix. It was a different beat, different verses, or even if it was the same verse, like the song sounded completely different.
And you got a second video to it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of effort when it came to, really making music back then and the product that they were putting out.
So what's your pick?
What's your pick?
My pick, one of y'all might actually have this.
I think so. You talk about 90s. Mine is in the 90s.
Go ahead.
Meth and Mary.
Oh, no, that's a good. That was my 3. That was my 3rd one.
Meth and Mary. But Meth and Mary, You're All I Need, the remix to that. Because they had, a couple other songs as well. But that one.
They would have been.
That one might be number 1.
Yeah, they would have been a cold. That would have been a cold tape if they had made it like an album together. Because it just seemed, because that song, they just seemed like they were like together, like for real. That's a great pick. Jesse, you want to go or you want me to go?
Man, Blevs already know this one. It's probably gonna be Tupac featuring. On John B's.
John B.
Yeah, I
you
think
still
Tupac had.
down?
Yeah, are you still down? Like Tupac's verse was just hard. He just came off like killing it, and I love that song to this day. Like that song comes on, I'm listening to the whole thing all the way through.
The only thing that comes to
the thing
mind.
with all those songs too, though, is the replay value is top notch. Like you could play them right now, and people who maybe weren't born around that time or didn't grow up around that time, they're gonna nod their head and enjoy the function or whatever. and then all the old heads like us and older, our aunties and uncles and
Yeah.
moms and dads, they definitely gonna remember it. So
And he snuck. He was smart. He came in with a little intro. He gave him like 4 bars, let Zombie hit it, and then like finished it.
All right, mine is just Deuces, Tyga, and Chris Brown.
Hey,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, that's a jam, but no.
I mean, it is one, but
No, I feel
don't
it
fit with this theme right here.
No, I don't. But it's funny we all picked the '90s because that is like the era, right? Mine was Mariah Carey, "Old Dirty Bastard," Fantasy. Yeah, it's ODB,
Banger.
man. ODB.
did you ever hear the story about that?
Nah, tell
Oh,
us.
that he was drunk in the. They had to
Yeah.
pay him and all that
They had
stuff.
to pay him, and then like he was like he took like so many naps in between the verse.
Y'all gonna need to
Sounds
pay me
like it.
more.
Yeah, and a
Sounds
lot
like
of it. Yeah, he was just trying to get more money. That was hilarious. He was just drinking and he was just drunk. And like, Mariah, like that wasn't even supposed to be planned. He was just drunk saying that stuff, so they kept it.
But it says a lot about what songs and structures are now and what they used to be.
Yeah.
And Blevin said it perfect. Replay value. We
Off
got
the top
that.
of your head, like, is there other than Chris Brown and Tyga, is there a more current song that really hits like that R&B and rap duo?
Damn, current.
That's like actually that format. You know what I mean?
No, we probably be sitting here thinking for a minute.
I got a good one for you. It's not like super current.
I like the before you say anything, like anything Weekend.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Anything Weekend,
Even
maybe
that
Party.
new Juice World and Weekend is like Weekend comes in just hitting.
Yeah, anything that I mean, they're gonna come off, dope right away, and then toss anybody on there like a rapper, like it's a hit because they're big artists as it is. So I don't know. Who do you got? Who do you think?
Wu Banga. So Ghostface and Neo, back like that.
Oh,
Jesse had that
it's
album.
older,
I
but
love that song.
that's a cut right there.
Yes.
Hey, that's 3 Wu-Tang members we just named off the bat.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
that
still
song
out
was
here.
nice.
You got one off the top of your head that's a little bit more current, Jesse?
Joe Budden featuring Marquis Houston.
Clubbing.
Love it.
We clubbing.
Up in the club.
Up
No,
in the club.
That's a. You got the bleep button ready?
Bleep, 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 bleep.
That's a R. Kelly R. Kelly song. We can't say that. Can't
say
say
it.
R. Kelly.
Oh, he wrote that.
Yeah.
He was in the beginning. No, he just was in the beginning.
Oh no, but I think he wrote the
He
song.
wrote it and he
Oh, yeah.
did the beat.
Never mind. That song is that.
Now we know how you roll. Okay, next one.
That's it. We're getting canceled.
You, Andy, while I think about the second one.
Huh?
You, what about yours? Another one that comes to your mind?
It was. I have it right here. No, number 3 was the one that Blevins mentioned, and actually the second one was actually Jodeci, and it was a Dalvin Freak mix, right? That was the name of it. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Yeah, but I don't remember who was on that.
Ghostface and Raekwon.
Oh, yeah. Yo, D Nice had played that back when like quarantine first started. I forgot about that track.
It's one of those you forget.
That song is
about.
amazing. That might be better than the original version, to be honest.
Sometimes the remix was it better.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I think Biggie on the 112 remix was good. Yeah.
Another song that's
the
the remix
notorious
is better than
just
the original.
please us with your miracle thesis.
It's all 90s though. We just
Yeah,
mentioned
it-
all 90s. It's not gonna be the same ever again.
Yeah.
What about the
Let's-
best intro?
Hold on. You mentioned WAP. You guys heard about Bad?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
We're not going down that road.
We're not going down that road.
What were you saying, Jesse?
What about the best intro?
I really don't.
Jay-Z, 1,000,001 Questions off of Volume 1.
Okay.
I gotta go
respect
back and
it.
listen to that.
I respect it. You, Andy?
I'm gonna say everything Puff Daddy.
Oh,
Everything, because when he speaks on a record, you can see him. You visually see him dancing up and down and throwing up the bad boy. Like
Show us the dance.
No, I can't. That's not the
Diddy.
dance.
That's not the Diddy.
I know the Diddy is like this, like
Okay. All right.
that's a Diddy.
all right.
No, that's me. Anytime you hear like "Bad Boys," you know this it's about to be a song. So I don't know. I really
My
didn't have anything. My bad. Go ahead, Jesse.
no, you're good. My intro is off the wall, like far left field. Like you can't even catch it
Is that an
out of
Eminem
bounds.
song?
Huh?
It was
Is
like
that an
some
Eminem song?
Weezer or something.
That just sounds like
No.
Eminem's daughter just talking on there.
Cameron Killer Season. One
Oh,
of my
Weasel?
all times intro.
Mizzle.
Mizzle.
Is that the one?
I don't. It sounds like Mizzle.
This is
No.
Mizzle.
No. This is the one when he starts.
Oh no, that was Purple Haze. My bad.
Yeah, that's Purple Haze. But he was like, before we get this started, I'm gonna introduce you to 40 Cal. And 40 Cal just started rapping. Who am I? He just started rapping. I think that's just hard where it's your intro, but you're just showing love to your boy. Like, hey, you get off on this intro. Hey, before we get into the stuff, 40 Cal. He just starts rapping.
That is hard.
Dipset.
Dipset. I think that's
That
one.
underrated movie, by the way.
One of the best.
Underrated
Killer Season.
street movie.
One of the best.
When Cameron and Hellbro were like crying in the kitchen.
Remember the song?
Man, let's go get him, man. Come
Remember
on.
the song? You try to play me.
That is a funny movie.
Hey, listen to the album again. I listened to it the other day. It was pretty crazy.